Welcome to the GPT podcast, where we explore the most fascinating topics. In this chapter, we will be exploring the intersection between science and spirituality, a topic that has been gaining more attention and relevance in recent years. While science has been traditionally associated with rational thinking and empirical evidence, spirituality has been linked to subjective experiences and beliefs beyond the material world. However, there are increasing areas of overlap and mutual benefit between these two seemingly distinct domains. So, join us in this exciting journey of discovery at the intersection between science and spirituality. During the course of human history, the relationship between science and spirituality has been a complex and often contentious one. At times, the two have been seen as diametrically opposed, with scientific inquiry and rational thought seen as incompatible with spiritual beliefs and practices. At other times, the intersection between science and spirituality has been celebrated, with the two seen as complementary and mutually reinforcing. From ancient times to the modern era, scientists, philosophers, and spiritual leaders have explored the intersection between science and spirituality in various ways. Some have sought to reconcile scientific discoveries with spiritual beliefs, while others have focused on using scientific methods to explore and better understand spiritual experiences. In recent years, this intersection has become an increasingly popular topic of discussion and debate, as people from a wide range of backgrounds seek to understand the connections between these two important aspects of the human experience. Despite the apparent differences between these two fields, there are areas where they intersect and share common goals. Both science and spirituality are driven by the search for truth, understanding, and a desire to make sense of the world around us. They share a common interest in exploring the fundamental nature of reality and our place within it. Both recognize the importance of empirical evidence, albeit in different ways. Science relies on the scientific method and experimentation to gather empirical evidence, while spirituality emphasizes personal experience, intuition, and contemplation. Moreover, both science and spirituality seek to understand the workings of the human mind and consciousness. While science may approach this through neuroscience and psychology, spirituality explores the nature of the self, the nature of consciousness, and the relationship between the individual and the universe. Additionally, there is a growing body of research exploring the benefits of spiritual practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and prayer on mental and physical health. Science is beginning to recognize the potential of these practices as effective tools for reducing stress and anxiety, improving cognitive function, and increasing overall well-being. These potential areas of overlap and commonalities highlight the possibility of a fruitful dialogue between science and spirituality. By acknowledging and exploring these commonalities, we can develop a more holistic understanding of ourselves and the world we live in. Science and spirituality differ in several ways, including their methods of inquiry and the types of questions they seek to answer. Science is based on empirical evidence and follows a rigorous, systematic process of inquiry that involves experimentation, observation, and the testing of hypotheses. It seeks to answer questions about the natural world, such as how things work and why they behave in certain ways. Spirituality, on the other hand, is often based on subjective experiences and personal beliefs, and may involve practices such as meditation, prayer, and contemplation. It seeks to answer questions about the nature of existence, purpose, and meaning, and may be concerned with topics such as morality, ethics, and the human condition. There are many specific instances where science and spirituality intersect, and some of the most notable examples include mindfulness and meditation in psychology. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in the use of mindfulness and meditation techniques in psychology to help reduce stress and improve overall well-being. Research has shown that these practices can have a significant impact on mental health and can even help treat conditions like depression and anxiety. Quantum physics and the search for meaning. This has challenged many of our traditional assumptions about reality and the nature of the universe. Some scientists and philosophers have suggested that the findings of quantum physics point to a deeper spiritual reality that underlies the physical world. Near-death experiences and consciousness. Near-death experiences have long been a subject of fascination for both scientists and spiritual seekers. Some researchers have suggested that these experiences provide evidence for the existence of an afterlife or a spiritual dimension of reality. Evolution and spirituality. While some religious traditions have rejected the theory of evolution, others have embraced it as a way of understanding the unfolding of life on Earth. Some scientists and theologians have explored the idea that evolution is part of a larger spiritual process that is guiding the development of life. The study of religious experiences. Researchers have long been interested in the study of religious experiences and the ways in which they shape our understanding of the world. This has led to a growing field of research known as neurotheology, which seeks to understand the neural basis of religious experiences and the role they play in our lives. Overall, these examples demonstrate that there is a rich and complex intersection between science and spirituality, and that both fields have much to offer each other in terms of insight and understanding. At the intersection of science and spirituality, there are several debates that arise. One of the most contentious issues is the role of religion in scientific inquiry. Some argue that religious beliefs can influence scientific research and lead to biased results, while others argue that religion provides a valuable framework for understanding the world and can even inspire scientific inquiry. Another debate concerns the limitations of empirical evidence in the study of spirituality. While science relies on empirical evidence to draw conclusions, many aspects of spirituality are difficult to quantify or measure. This has led some to question whether spirituality can ever be studied scientifically or if it falls outside the realm of empirical inquiry altogether. A related debate concerns the relationship between consciousness and the physical world. While science has made great strides in understanding the physical world, the nature of consciousness remains elusive. Some spiritual traditions argue that consciousness is fundamental to the universe and cannot be reduced to purely physical processes, while many scientists view consciousness as an emergent property of complex systems. The intersection between science and spirituality can have practical applications in several fields, including psychology, medicine, and personal development. For instance, research has shown that mindfulness meditation, which is a practice commonly associated with spirituality, can have positive effects on mental and physical health. Mindfulness-based interventions have been found to be effective in treating anxiety, depression, and chronic pain, among other conditions. Additionally, the study of spirituality and its effects on well-being has led to the development of new therapies and approaches in psychology. For example, transpersonal psychology incorporates spiritual experiences and beliefs into its understanding of the human psyche, and aims to promote growth and self-actualization. In the field of medicine, the intersection between science and spirituality has led to the development of integrative medicine. This combines traditional medical approaches with complementary and alternative therapies, such as acupuncture and meditation. This approach recognizes the importance of addressing the whole person, including their spiritual and emotional well-being, in addition to their physical health. In terms of personal development, an understanding of the intersection between science and spirituality can help individuals cultivate a greater sense of purpose, meaning, and connection in their lives. It can also help individuals develop practices that promote well-being, such as mindfulness, gratitude, and self-reflection. And well, that's all for today. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the GPT podcast, where we explored the intersection between science and spirituality. We hope you gained some insights into the similarities, differences, and potential areas of overlap between these two seemingly different fields of inquiry. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to our podcast and leave us a rating and review. Your feedback helps us to improve and reach more listeners like you. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to bringing you more thought-provoking conversations in the future.